Let's go. Oh, lossless scaling. We need lossless scaling. Boost my frames. Yeah, I've been using the assault class, which has a huge hammer, but I'm gonna play something with a gun this time. Nice, nothing. Alright, I'm surprised at how well optimized this game is. It runs so well. But I am going to turn video. I'm going to turn texture resolution's fine. Shadows. That can probably be volumetrics. Let's turn that down to medium. Details. Just want to push out a few extra frames. Give us your team code. All right, let's see how I find that. Team code. Press Y. Thank you. I have had a couple of random crashes though. Press Y. Okay. Oh, where's... You can tell that SM9ME. Go for it, Scott. So, if you invite me... Oh, nah, you've joined me. Alright. So, you're joining me. Y edit squad. Now, transfer leadership. Okay, I'm going to give you leadership. Enough. I can always join Discord if you wanted to join Discord. It's totally up to you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn lossless scaling up. Scaling, we're going to turn FSR on, and we're going to... Why wasn't FSR on? Sure thing, makes it easier. Let's go. Let me make sure it's got the right bloody... Yeah. Hello.
G'day, mate. How are ya?
Yeah, doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. Good. A little bit sick this morning, but you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've been sick.
Yeah, it was actually started at midnight. I just got shivers and fucking just absolute like
It's running worse with
wet
it.
fucking sweat all over me. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely catching a fever. And this morning I was like, yep. Yeah, I had to cancel my physio appointment this morning, and I was like, yep, definitely coming down. So just pumping in at a pretty oily, fatty carb breakfast for the first couple rounds of pills and vitamins in, had a 4-hour rest, and then here we are. I just had some sort of like a chicken soup just before, but I'm actually feeling a lot better. But I think I'll be even better tomorrow with a decent sleep tonight. So hopefully get to the gym tomorrow. But you know, we don't want to push it. But okay. Now with this, what I can show you, which you might not have seen, I'm going to stream in Discord for you so you can see. Because you don't have access to it. Now that
let me have a look.
Just to give you an introduction for a view of everything. Let me know if you can see it.
There we go. Yep. Okay, I can see it now.
Yep, no worries. So we obviously have the operations menu that you have here, and you got missions 1 to 9. Which you will definitely experience, and you've obviously just been playing quick match. At the top left here, you'll see you've got threat that's at minimum, and signified by pressing R. When you press R, you'll have the difficulties ranging from minimal all the way to absolute. Each difficulty will obviously have their sub things that they introduce. Obviously, absolute being the most difficult, and minimal that you've been generally playing on just because you've been trying to enjoy the game. So, obviously, playing assault, like you've mentioned, you really enjoy it. It actually is the highest ceiling of all the classes, because as you've just identified as well playing it, when you're going in and swinging your hammer and whatnot, you tend to be stripped of a lot of health and sometimes armor. That becomes even more painful throughout the game modes, and especially in Absolute. That's why it's the highest in the game mode. Okay? So just for future reference, if you want to jump into operation, pressing R to change your difficulty, various missions, and then obviously campaign and internal mode for PvP. Same. Different things going into the launch bay. You can make sure you do a private mode, which you don't want to be doing, but the 3 modes that you've got there. Now I mentioned in the stream the data ball. So if you simply just press tab on your screen, you have the 3 seconds, the armory, and the launch bay, and the data ball.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep, pressing data ball. So if you want to click data ball, it'll actually bring you to this, you would say, library area.
Oh, shit, I've been running everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, no, pressing tab, pressing data vault and whatnot, you don't have to go to the army. A lot of boys tend to like to run to the army. It's a bit of an immersive effect. But yeah, generally pressing tab and clicking the certain areas
Very cool.
gets you around various things. So I see that you're in the army at the moment. Your various classes.
Yes.
And then your perks, obviously. Yeah, so your requisition points are obviously acquired throughout the PvE. Your cap is 2,000. So I highly suggest that you keep an eye on that since you're leveling everything, that you spend them to reduce that cap. Each class obviously has a maximum of 25 with a prestige of 4. There's 100 levels per class if you want to maximize it to a max prestige. So entirely you have 600 levels of total. No rush, no entailing, there's no rush to get to it at all. All that does is providing a prestige perk. If you look at your perk tree at the bottom, last patch was just introducing the prestige system, which you can have 4 complementary perks to your original perk system.
Okay, yeah.
Which you select, and every time you do prestige, it'll result you back to level 1. And as you can see in core, team, gear, and signature, you'll have to re-level those again to obtain these perks. But the general prestige perk stays with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
yes, that, and then you'll get so you'll get the first prestige.
Yep.
And then you'll reset, and then you'll do it all again. Then you'll get the second
Yep.
one.
Yeah, correct. And then obviously doing that for the various classes. Anyways, chewed up enough of your time. Let's get purging. Hopefully that just gives you a little bit of an overview on how to know your way around systems and whatnot. So what we'll do is we'll just bump up the difficulty a little bit more. We'll just go.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Sorry, average. Let's go to average. Let's say a map that might be a little bit of a different dynamic for you because you haven't played every map, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, why not? Let's play the recent level that was introduced as well as the new boss. Let's play Exfiltration.
Let's do it.
This is my favorite map, personally. And I think the map complements the assault class I want personally in certain areas. So you might find this. What I might do actually, I might bring it here in class first.
What your picture on Discord is so clear. What graphics card are you running?
I'm running a 4080 at the moment.
Okay.
And I have Nitro, as well. I think
that's yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's that because I can have things I stream certain things as well in other Discords and shows and whatnot. So
and what CPU are you running?
I'm running a 7800. No, is that right?
Yeah, 7800 X3D.
Yeah,
or I think
X3D. So I bought my original CPU was a 7900, but it changed, if that makes sense, because the 7800 X3D actually had the same benchmarks, and I was playing intensive Tarkov at the time, so I kind of gained like a very small FPS gain. So it was kind of like a trade-off there. So I kind of like side upgrade, if you will, because the benchmark was exactly the same, which is quite amusing. And so I've got
that CPU as well, and I'm running. I bought the new AMD 9070 XT.
Oh, nice.
So very similar to a 4080 or a 5080.
So I built this PC originally to play Star Citizen. That's what my intention was a 5. So I built up from the motherboard up I invested about 5k into it, and I've actually invested more because I bought the new NVMe 5 4 TB. So I've invested a little bit more, and I haven't even put 50 hours on Star Citizen. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But then again, it's been good. But
Yeah, I played that
PvE
recently.
demo-
Do you use the program Lossless Scaling?
No, my stories. I've been hearing you and watching you run that. Apparently, that is quite run.
Yeah, Star Citizen went from unplayable to playable, pretty much,
Oh,
like in New Babbage and stuff.
Ah, yes, I might have to have a look at that.
It's really good. $10 on Steam, well worth it.
Okay, definitely might look into that. The new player experience stuff was this many like a few years ago. It was not a new player experience. It was like load into the game, fall through the bed, grab space. And then recently, it's been quite bearable. Like they give you introduction, they teach you how to play with the systems, which is good. So I might give it a few weeks. There we go.
How many hours have you put into this game, do you think?
I'm creeping up to 750.
Oh my god.
So I've been here since early access. I bleed this world. I love Warhammer. I bleed Warhammer. So playing, and the game is centered around well, everyone gives me shit for it, or everyone gives them shit for it, but I'm centered around the chapter of the Ultramarines. So it's just perfectly fitting. So yeah, I definitely bleed. So I got tattoos of my chapter and whatnot. So the class I'm playing for disintegration is the second I have a tattoo of the very class I'm playing right now. So yeah, definitely love it. Yeah.
Very cool. Do you paint Warhammer as well?
So funny story with that, I attempted to get into it at the very early start of my ADF career, and how that relates to the question is I actually bought a lot of models with my disposable income at the time, but I wasn't very appreciative of time and appreciation for it.
Yeah.
So they stayed in the box for like over 10 years, and it was only recently the recent edition of the models in Italy. I bought a few pieces over there and came back, and I had some ambition to return to the hobby this year properly. But
yeah,
I did a little bit because I was very young at the time. I didn't appreciate the models. So I gave them base code and certain things, but wasn't really invested or into the models. Not end time, so I was quite busy.
I get ya, yeah.
It's time now, and it's definitely time consuming. So maybe honest. But I look forward to it. So. That's kind of hard when you've got a game as amazing as this one, they're practically playing.
It's so good, isn't it?
Alright, so I'm not too sure if you've been aware of these things over here, but do you ever see these around? These are called Guardian Relics?
Yes.
Seeing them around? Yep.
They're like a res, right? They res?
Correct. Yep. Correct. Take a little safety. Depending on how much time you invest in this game, you'll end up remembering all the places where they spawn.
Do you like the Bulwark class?
I do. It is my main class. So I'm fully hybrid in all class playstyles, but it's definitely my favorite due to its parry. I don't want to say it's healing effect, because its healing effect is generally something I wish was pushed off of it, because we're kind of forced to go into a position of healing, because place the banner down on your contested health, and to heal other members, it's like you want to use the banner offensively, but generally sometimes you don't. So the playstyle of preserving a banner to heal everyone, kind of contradicts the whole bit an offensive bulwark. But yeah, I do. I really do enjoy this. Our next class will probably be the tactician.
Okay.
Scan, so it's a very, very strong class. Very strong class in its early days. One of the weapon systems that you may not know of, it has an underbarrel grenade launcher, one of its weaponry. With the scan, certain enemies and the grenades that you can shoot at them, you can one shot after the level launches. Good fun back in the day.
I have
I grabbed that relic since he doesn't want to
This
grab it.
positioning is disadvantageous. Do not linger too long in any one spot.
Transport lift status incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
Ignore the servo stuff.
This level's very complementary to an assault class, especially this first area.
Okay.
You've got a lot of verticality. On higher difficulties, getting to this door can be quite a mission. You were just in small waves. Whereas some missions are quite limited to your class, corridors and whatnot. Ultramarine squad.
I'm surprised that this game hasn't turned up on like the legacy media as toxic masculinity or something. It's just so good.
That's what happens when a game is fundamentally its fundamental gameplay is good.
I know, right?
It just overshadows the
No woke
whole
bullshit.
DI and woke bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Even some of the girls that I've known, there are plenty of girls that I know that play this, they're like, fuck, I love the testosterone in this game. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
That's it.
a world of testosterone, it's a world of man. Yeah, we're not being bigotry here and whatnot, it's just the way it's created. And, you know, trying to change it for a fan base that's been around for years is, you know.
Yep.
So what I just picked up here, before I drop it down again, this is called the Gene Seed. So it's
Oh, yeah?
especially for you that's picking up. The game expected essentially it's extra XP. So generally those who are carrying it want to
Gotcha.
experience, or a class is not going to be able to be losing it or whatever. But there's no detriment to losing it that much. You just lose a little bit about 600 XP. But it's very low. And lore-wise, do you know guys like 40K?
Oh, look, I know a little bit. I've listened, like, not because of this game, but a while ago I was listening to, there's this guy who sort of explains the lore and reads out stories of the lore or what it was like living in an Imperium city.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah,
so
the
you must know
stuff
lots.
is, I know, I tend to, but I'm definitely no lore master, that's for sure. I know enough for my own chapter, respectfully. But the item that we just picked up was the Gene Seed. So it's essentially the Gene Seed that comprises all of the space streams that we are. Obviously just a small thing is to get that back to the ship for future development and future space streams. And then create essentially our blood. That there's an extremis. On absolute difficulty, those come in threes at the same time. So your next section, what we're going to do, if you notice your health is a little bit low, so what we're going to do is, we're going to try to get you an execute.
Oof, that was my bad. I'm really slow to press C and stuff.
That's okay. So we're going to get up. Watch that sniper shot there. I'm going to put this one into an execute right now. So you're going to execute this guy. And you'll notice that white helmet.
Yes.
There you go. That's cool health. That is a fun battle. This is a thing called contested health. Obviously if you get hit, your red life bar turns to white. That is the health that you're currently fighting. And there are certain perks and certain possibilities that help you regain that. Your contested health can also drop at a rapid pace or a slower pace, and certain classes in there first will reduce that that speed as well. So,
Okay.
but once again, you are playing the highest class ceiling, which I love. A lot of people. The first integration of the assault class was not welcomed a lot, especially in the early parts of the game because it was very difficult to play. It was punished. It wasn't rewarded in its play style. But nothing can get away from the fact of just vertical dominance. You know, jumping up in the sky, slamming something
Yeah.
on the ground.
It's usually not a class that I play, but I actually am quite enjoying it.
But obviously, prestiging and getting most of your perks in his level 5 all the time, you find obviously you're going to develop a skill set and receive all those prestiging perks that are just going to make you absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, this is a class that will probably benefit the more points and perks and
Yes,
you get in.
definitely does. Definitely does. Some classes obviously have it a lot easier being not prestige than others, that's for sure.
Yeah, yep.
So the mission objective here is just going to stay heavy. He just want one of those holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to grab one of the charges that he's trying to grab right now. And essentially we're going to grab the notch charge and put in the unit here that I've got. We're going to try to find these holes that are around this map. Identifying a hole that's right here. I'm going to drop the notch charge. Plug in that hole. Let him check. High the difficulty sometimes may increase the amount of time to do that. It can go up to maybe 3 to 4, whilst being attacked by skirmish units as well. So that can be quite fun.
Ah, gotcha.
You might want to grab that. It's always handy as an assault class to have these things on you as well. Generally prefer to put it on the assault because since you're assaulting, gradually you're the first one in being brought to step back and think of it.
I think assault, we have a skill that speeds up cooldowns as well or something.
Yes, correct. So as your SWAT cohesion you have, you're giving me a 10% increase in my SWAT ability and my banner. Or making it return faster, 10% faster, which in turn is extremely beneficial for you because, as you just saw before, you lost all that contested health. I placed my banner down, you healed off of it off an execute. So
Yes.
all the team perks work incredibly well. They synergize well with each other.
Yes.
So, but then you get the. I'll put this disclaimer out here right now. Even though I like to play it at an elite level, being around the whole meta, being an Eve player yourself, the whole word being meta, the meta way of playing things. In this game, everything works. Everything works. So you can play anything, any way you want to play. It is completely fine. It's just the word meta in this game is sort of like. Sometimes I feel like it's a grain of salt because I've had certain play styles and played at an exceptional level, and some people question, "Oh, are you using that first because this is something like it works and stuff." The whole thing is broken. It's not broken. Why fix it? Why change it? This video, guys. Anyways, I'm getting derailing on here, but you understand what I'm saying. So don't be caught up in what's better. There's everything above. So. You're just gonna have different experiences, I guess. Gonna make a like captain point. I think we got the defense. Nice, you just completed an ordeal that popped up bottom left of the screen.
I am out of the disruption field.
That's 1 out of 2. I think one of the big staple points of which I'm very surprised Saber is conservative servants. Obviously, I think it's a game's workshop.
Yeah.
They're drip feeding chapter content, but I think what would be a good incentivization for this game is people are very drawn to the cosmetics to this game because the cosmetics are a big part of this world.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
There's a lot of different types of space marines.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the investment time for that would be good. So certainly you'll see a lot of complaints for that incentive.
Did you buy any of them, like the salamanders or?
Yeah, so my early Ultramarines pack that I bought was the biggest pack of first. That gave me a full season pass.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Ahead of time. So I'm very fortunate in that one, in that regard. So, but even though I have them and I have all those cosmetics, I still play the standard color because it's my chapter. So I generally don't wear them. So we're trying to find them. I don't find the battery packs. So these are generators here. If they're blue, they've obviously got a battery pack in them. If you want to be finding a generator that's red and that's empty, that's why I'm carrying the power cell. I think there's one down here that I've just marked for us. There we go. Marking the next point for us.
You trifle with the only hope against the hive mind the Imperium has left.
Within the sphere of console negation. Terminal connection offline. Console is secure.
Return to Mitrin's containment unit.
So the whole objective of this entire mission is there is a Adeptus Mechanicus, essentially the realm of machines. One of the systems here has been corrupted, and we're here to extract that brain matter, or the cognitive function of this machine, and extract it out. So it's, yes.
It's so dark and grim, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the grim dark future of the 40k. If you want to come over here and extract the brain, that's there.
The pulpous grey matter.
There we go. And now we expel.
Pilot, Viridian is ready for evacuation. Sending
So that sound cue in the top part of your screen, you can obviously enemy wave in a minute. At absolute difficulty, that thing is just always on pulse.
That'll be cool.
So you'll obviously develop the sound cues that you hear. There's one for extremis mobs, which are those guys that come out, the flying brains, and green lasers, and the Ravenar, the worm that slithers under the ground. They have their individual sound cues, and then you have the wave sound. I guess you can have all them at the same time.
Yeah.
Border purge for the Emperor, brother. That's what it is. Nice. Very nice.
Do you play any other games, or what were you playing before this one?
Yeah, so I was just on Dark Time, but I play a lot of the games. My gaming background is MMORPGs, so
Same here.
I played 17, 18 years worth of World of Warcraft.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
to leave that career. I left that career to invest in FPS Tarkov to get away. But I played well for a very long time before and post the military. It was actually a big incentivization for my recovery as well when I was in a recovery station back.
Yeah.
Speeding that
Wait
process.
until all are present.
Yeah, I played a lot of Escape from Tarkov, which I enjoyed due to because it's the most dominant game in that franchise or category. And then, as of recently, in the last couple of years, I've actually been, I would say losing a skill set, but the way I can describe it is that I feel like I'm getting into a very casual dad game era, if that makes sense. So, but I like, not losing skill sets. Like I play games generatively, and I like playing them in the eyes of everyone. But the investment of time is being reduced. Even though I have
Absolutely,
the time.
yes.
Like, I just go, nah. And it's a little bit worrying to me. Just personally, if I'm going to say this, I don't enjoy the gym as at once did because I was quite an obsessive gym enthusiast. Because now I go to the gym with the general thought of like, I'm here to just make sure my back is good, 7 minute deficit, get a little 10% back. But I don't relish into living in the gym anymore. I don't have that desire. I just don't even want to go home and game. But I get home and game and then go, what do I do the game? What game?
Yeah.
So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, mate, if I was to be completely honest with you.
I understand.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, when I look at, I generally look at the new games at the moment, as we always do, because let's be honest, anybody in chat or anybody as a gamer would experience and know this feeling is, you have that 9 to 5 clock-in game that's your staple. But
Yeah.
you don't want to play it,
Refilling
go to
magazine.
Steam and try something else, and you're in your library for at least an hour.
War gear replicated.
Like,
Yes.
what the fuck do I play?
Yep.
I'm back at that. Into siege mode for this mode has come out. Hence why I've been very excited because there was a recent month of the Skulls month. So, but in saying that, we'll get back to the point. Hope you enjoy this next part here because welcome to the Tygon, which is the new boss
Ah.
introduced in this patch. So if you remember when we first started this mission, there was that grub worm kicking you around in the sand. That's this
To the atmospheric disturbances.
Tygon right.
Trigon vulnerability data for steel displays.
The Imperium demands the Trigon's extermination.
Nice! Very nice. Quick on the jump, that's this one. Okay, so now we're going into a phase where, remembering we did that mission objective, plug in the hole?
Yes, yes.
So there are melter bombs scattered across the room. So you want to grab those melter bombs, identify the hole, and plug it. So I've got one here, and I'm going to plug this one. To find the holes, obviously, they're denoted by the smoke that's coming out. Once you plug them both, this is get this phase. There you go into restore a fucking phase.
I think I plugged one.
Oh, they're already finished, because that's why he's...
Oh, okay. All right.
He won't be jumping if they're unplugged. Nice. I think he likes you because your name's Hugs a lot. He's trying to hug you.
Ah. He's just after me.
Very nice. In a pinch as well, if you can find the dexterity for it, if it's not, you can use your jump jets and your non-wedge dodge as well. And there is an exciting perk with it. There we go, we can play it.
Okay.
And yeah, if you dodge with your jetpack, there's a perk where if you do a dodge with your jetpack, you just get it back.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it's a very nice skill set if you want to try to practice that. I'm actually doing that for an ordeal at the moment, which requires you to do that 200 times. So, GG and mission complete.
That was cool.
The genes,
Yeah.
So there's an extra bit of XP. So I think that mission there definitely complements your playstyle. Sorry.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The way it is. So. And yeah, like I mentioned, I put in your post in your Discord. You've come at a fantastic time for this game. If anything, I a little bit envy you for the fact that you've got so much content that's laid out on your plate at the moment. You've got all this prestige, all this, drip that you get to see.
Yeah.
And then you'll be rolling into the siege mode, and siege mode is supposedly the devs have only got to level 20, but it's simply a never-ending mode, essentially.
Stings.
So
Thank you.
That's something that's incredibly fun, especially with a couple of battle brothers. So,
Yeah, part of the reason why I actually did buy this game is because I saw the roadmap and they've actually stuck to it, and the game itself is holding
Correct.
a really good player base.
Yeah, and the player base of 40K is incredible, and the fact that they're Saber Interactive as a company. They're actually
Thanks, Commander.
The way that they've managed that is actually why I'm very, very proud of them. Like, I've been around since, if you've ever played a game called World War Z. Do you have another time for another one, or do you just got off?
Yeah, no, I could definitely do another one. Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll do something that might be a little bit different for you.
Thanks, commentator. Thanks for stopping by, mate, as well.
Atreus. A little bit of chaos. Heretic banter. Yeah, if you've ever played World War Z, if you ever know that
I
game,
personally haven't, no, but I've watched stream. My mate used to play it, and I used to watch him stream.
Same system. So when you're attacking the Tyranids, them rushing you, that swarm tech is the same as the zombies, but obviously in a better format, a better engine, as the exact same system. When I heard that Saber Interactive had taken over this game, I said, whatever the enemy is, or the enemy platform is going to be, it's going to be actually well done. And you tie that in with a franchise.
Have you, commentator?
40K, any company to take the mantle of Warhammer is, you have a big responsibility. Like, it's very
Really having a blast.
They've done an exceptional job. They are very, very, let's say, they communicate very well with the player bases within Reddit, subreddits, and their communities. I think that's a very good thing. Unfortunately, they're tied between allowing certain aspects of content, restrictions on game development and release, simply due to Games Workshop or Warhammer.
Yes.
They're gatekeeping, right? They're a very big gatekeeping IP. They're like one of the biggest companies in the world, bigger than the fishing industry, not practically, right? So they're tied. So then people are like, why can't we play Chaos Marines? And generally, Warhammer bars them. So like, no, we can't do that.
Yep.
We can't do this.
Yep.
And they're restricted to certain things. So that's the people don't understand the frustration that a game design. So, but yeah, I'm glad that you saw the roadmap, and I think that I'm going to be in agreement with you with the fact that they've stuck to it.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of people, I mean, we live in a day and age now where everything's taken a rise, and even patience is taking a hit, man. We just want things now.
True.
So,
Yeah.
just excited.
You said you played MMOs. Did you ever play Throne of Liberty?
No, I did not. I heard it's good though. I heard it's good. Is
It was
good
really good on release, but it's quite pay to win, so I don't play it anymore, but I put a lot of hours in.
Yeah. I played. Now, is Throne of Liberty like? So, it's not like Lost Ark, Final Fantasy.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay,
and
that's fun. I
Seasoft.
really enjoyed Lost Ark. When Lost Ark had a big like burst turn like a couple of years ago.
Yes.
I put like 400. I slammed like 400 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like me and my WoW buddies were like, bro, we'll put like 350 hours and shit. What's going on?
Wow.
I don't know. It's great. Like we were loving it. Well, we love the whole like I don't know, those raids or dungeons or whatever they were. They were very, very good in some aspects, and we really enjoyed it. But then it just got to be that point of like, okay, we're at the repetitiveness.
Yeah.
So I was big,
Yeah,
obviously, the turnover for classic WoW and so.
That was good. I played a bit of WoW. I never played Season of Discovery. Did you?
I played the first season. Yeah, we played. Yeah, I played the first season 1 to 25, and I think we got World 10.
Nice.
One of our groups, and we were like degenerate. Some of my mates are degenerate. We're just like fast speed runners. Yeah. But no, we get a kick out of that. Obviously, very elitist and playstyles and stuff, but we keep to ourselves.
Yeah.
We relish like the whole. The reason why I stepped away from WoW is because I played a lot at the high level of integrating and.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Point of where my enjoyment of it not feeling like. How do I say this? I found it to play at a high level sitting in Excel spreadsheet, looking at logs, how to be better, until I realised that it became. Does that make sense? Then
Yeah.
you finally hit me that, okay, fuck, this got me a fucking
What do you
spot.
think of the World of Warcraft one button thing?
I love this question. I really love this question. To be honest, I don't agree. I don't agree with it in a sense. But in the way, the direction, and the demographic that World of Warcraft is accustomed to, its design concept, I can see why they've gone with it, to be fair. Like I played WoW back in 2008, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
we're seeing like multiple keybinds to understand, or learning keybinds if that, understanding a macro if that was a part of the game. Learning to press 1 to 4 in a sequential order on a different route to perform better was a part of the learning. Now to press 1 button to do everything kind of feel like it defeats that purpose. That is my belief towards it. But WoW, as I've learned over many years, alright, there are a lot of people that play it.
Yeah.
Say this respectfully, it accommodates for those who, you know, who are in that unfortunate position where they can only play with one hand, disabilities. It caters to that, so there is a positive in that aspect.
That's a fair point. Yeah, very fair point now.
But if we were to say it back to Freddy's, where it's come from, where the elitism and gameplay, my point is more heavier weighted. But for the fact that this game is, and World of Warcraft has never been, you know, has definitely moved away from class racing and stuff like that. It's also a game for discovery, learning, and, you know, doing whatever you like. So that's where I kind of, you know what, I can always respect it for that. Definitely. So yeah, that's my stance on it.
Yeah.
But definitely really the environment, the people I've played around it. Yeah, it's definitely not a welcome subject. For sure.
Yeah.
But that's the environment I've come. And I've played all. I've played with different backgrounds and people within Warcraft. Dabbled in a bit of RP, not the Moonguard RP, but you know I've dabbled in the sense of RP where people like to just go around the world and see the world. You know, we have a massive world out there, so there's plenty of content over the so, I mean, we're talking about a game that's developed over 25 years, and that's not the franchise. Just the game itself is 25 years, and they've only just introduced play out. Like, come on.
Yeah. I think it's
I
coming to
completely know.
people reckon it's coming to console.
Look, I think it may, because I've seen content creators play the damn game on controller.
Yes, I've seen that
what's-
lately.
Yeah, and Fuchsia, so he's you know, and he's a fantastic content creator, plays on main. He played classic on hardcore on a controller, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's damn cool. But the game functions for controls, yes, the general concern can be played with controls, but it's all the other functions that are a little bit worried with the console. You know, certain systems which I can't think on top of my head that I know that the PC can handle. So,
Yep.
but then again, you talk about, if we were going to down this conversation, the Steam Deck is a Stream Deck is a perfect example, right? You can play so many damn games on it. One of my mates that I played a bit of ESO, I've got about 1100 hours in ESO. He has ESO on the Stream Deck. ESO,
Yeah.
practically World of Warcraft, but it's not like, you know, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do with
They
like
can-
upscaling technology and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, so, yeah, when you say that WoW going to something, it's not definitely possible.
Nah, it's certainly possible.
To stall any attackers.
I played a lot of Elder Scrolls Online for a while there, especially on the PlayStation 4 and
yeah,
on PC.
Get this right, I actually started it on the first day of its release on console back in 2014, 2015.
Yeah, yeah.
Dead live. I came back to it October last year. I put 1100 hours in it. So
Oh, mate. Jesus
I
Christ.
fucking. Then when I say I'm a grinder, I'm a grinder.
I played, I
I'm a
think,
grinder.
I really liked it. Did I play,
love
was
it.
it called the Templar or something? Like, oh,
Yep, you played my class.
the
I
healer
love the
class,
Templar.
yeah.
Yeah, I love everything for me is like Paladin, Templar.
Oh, dude, same here. My main on WoW since launch was a Pally.
Yep, I'm a Pally main. I'm a
Oh.
Pally main. Some people think I stink and suck. I've come like world 75th, world 50th on Retribution, Silver Steam. Like I live in a believe that I have the rally tattooed on me by the silver hand. Like I believe, yeah.
That's hilarious, man. That's
Pally
awesome.
tanking, like I played BFA tanking, Pally tanking. But yeah, it's Brett first tanking, and then obviously I've got her some respects. Yeah, I love Pally.
Even
Pally
retail, I still play Holy Pally, but it's very, very difficult. There's just so many buttons.
Yeah.
It's like
The
manageable.
class design has changed completely, because it's come from, it's come from the fact that you deal the damage dealt. So like you need to, they call it the builder spender system. You build holy power to spend holy power to do damage. So,
Yes.
that was the system. You're very familiar with this. So it's like, that change of class dynamic and the balancing of red has been a difficulty for like over 15 years, simply because the Avenging Wrath wings CD are fantastic wings. How do you balance a class that can do fucking 25% extra damage, 30 seconds,
Yep.
you know what I mean? It's definitely one of the breaking classes. Yeah, I could talk about this all day, but yeah, but I had to step away. I had to step away from the second class.
Oh my god.
Mission for this mission, which you probably haven't played the campaign yet, but this coincides along. Some of these missions are actually concurrent within the campaign. So these missions are concurrent. So we are playing two squads, Talazar and Meridian, which are the two other squads to the main storyline theme, and we are doing co-side missions as the campaign goes on. So this mission here is essentially, I won't spoil it for you, but essentially we need to bring up a broken down ship, a prestige vessel that had fallen in battle many years ago, and it's been identified as a system that we can utilize to bring up and just to destroy a certain system that coincides with the campaign.
Now, should I do the campaign? Is there any benefit to me doing the campaign?
Lore-wise, yes. Lore-wise, yes. General, if you're just doing for just the general gameplay, no. General gameplay, I'll say that. Because you're not going to get that much different for it. So, operation and the new company play, you're going to get a whole lot out of it, to be fair.
Gotcha. Yep. Are you a big single player person or just more multiplayer?
I'm a little bit more on the single player side, because I'm a big Bethesda player as well. I generally put in on an average 500 to 800 hours in general Bethesda games.
Wow.
So like Fallout 4, recently, obviously the new Oblivion. I put on a quotation mark quick 200 hours on that. So, yeah, like last year was amazing. I decided to get back to Fallout 4 as a single player, obviously, and I wanted to play through because I played Fallout 4 in the original, but I decided to have another playthrough and make it a perfect playthrough. I started at the end of April and finished the playthrough around October, and I put in, just under 1200 hours on the playthrough.
Wow, gotcha.
Yeah, it was fantastic. My turns, yeah. Sorry, I always generally answer questions. Just so Japanese over here. So, but yeah. Generally play. But we all love to. I mean, there's an aspect where everybody loves to play games. Obviously, you have
Yeah.
You know, mates to play with it, right? And I think the biggest thing with that, to add on to the question, is linking up everybody's schedules. You know, we have life, right?
Yeah.
You know, schedules, people have partners, they got kids, you know. I'm talking from a millennial perspective, you know, 30 and up, right?
Yeah.
Like, we got
Yep.
responsibilities, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like we got on Modern
Yeah,
Warfare
no.
2 days, mate, and fucking COD days, StarCraft days, you know, nothing like that now. And I take it from me who is single, and yes, I put in a lot of hours. I'm saying certain games, and I'm a single bloke, and I'm saying that I've got responsibilities, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you take it for somebody like yourself who's got a partner, you have a job, you know, things like that, mate. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
how do you put in perspective, like, you like multiplayer games? Like, yeah, well, when I can get a fucking chance to
Yeah.
play with fucking a few other mates whose time syncs up. But I'll tell you what, though, when the schedules link up, it's definitely one of like the best weekends for Friday night or Saturday night we could ever fucking have this game.
Yeah.
Everyone's schedules just linked in.
Jump pack refuel.
You want to grab this, mate? It's like crowding relic as well.
Ordnance at sea.
All right, coming. Oh, how did you tag that there?
Okay, so you want to press T. So pressing T gives
We
you
are
a
approaching your besieged
marker.
bastion.
Gotcha.
Beautiful, yeah, that's it. So actually, marking these things is very, very handy, especially identifying extremis units. So right now, one of the extremis units here is Terminator. There are two variants of it. There's one that's practically a weapons platform that has a Gatling gun and missiles, and then you've got an assault one that assaults you with blades. These units are actually very, very tough, absolutely, hence their armors are quite difficult to muster. So there is also another enemy in here that's above the tunnel. It's like a mini boss you'll experience. I'm not too sure you already experienced it, but I think you have with the Tyranid, it's like a big Carnifex, big beast looking thing. With the Chaos, it's different. Like a big robot with a plasma arm. That is
Okay.
So he's very, very strong. There are ways to. I'll just put this disclaimer out there. You may experience it. I'm not around playing random stuff. Here you go. Come over right now. See if you can get execute on this. There we go.
That's so good.
There's an execute on that where you actually pick him up and body slam the shit out of him.
Oh,
Bit of a fucking testosterone dominance there.
yeah.
Fucking sick. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there is a way. Sorry, there is a way to. If you happen to be overrun, exploit the overrun, especially with missions like this. But I'll let you see. I'll let you possibly find that out because it generally does ruin the gameplay. But you might figure it out with the gameplay. So. The honourable, venerable brother here, Brother Valtius in the Dreadnought suit.
Yeah, just like the way that what they do to dreadnoughts, how it's basically a space marine who's just mortally wounded, so they put him in a dreadnought.
Generally standard, like a few hundred years old.
Yeah, so crazy.
Within this, especially in the Primaris era of Space Marine, is what the era we're in. Dreadnoughts are becoming a lot more common these days.
Hey, Habanero! Hey, mate!
The brutality of seeing those systems. The old venerable Dreadnought is like your highly decorated Vietnam veteran, if you would put it
Yeah.
simply. Like, but they were prestigious in their own right, you know what I mean? When you look at something like that Dreadnought, it's mainly like a battle tank, whereas like the old school Dreadnoughts, you know, they resonated a certain aura of, you know, history and something like that towards the chapter, and losing them is actually quite, you know,
Okay.
quite sad.
Yeah, Habanero, man. Everything's good, bro.
This era, so
I'm just playing some
This is the
Warhammer. I
Hellbreak.
was on some Eve before. Oh, shit. Alright.
Beginning servo carriages.
Due to the volatile nature of the fusion battery, safety protocols prevent it from moving without an attendant. Lead it along the tracks to the
Nice
junction
dog.
station.
Nice dog. So right now the mission objective is obviously we want to push this cart around to battery areas to recharge to get the ship running into takeoff. But right now we're a little bit busy by the looks of it.
Yeah, we've got to push that around, do we?
So if you want to come close over to this hell brute, try to get the execute on it. Nice. Get the execute, press M. Beautiful. Let's go.
Oh, that's mint. Yeah, bro, it's the habanero. It's really good, man. Really good.
Press B as well. There's certain emotes you can do. You can spam for the Emperor.
Yes.
Up in the air.
Yeah, habanero. It's really good, man. It's a bit of a change. Otherwise, I'll burn myself out on Eve. So this is really good.
So we want to identify which one we want to do.
It's just
Obviously, looking at
masculine.
identifying all 4 pylons, the one that's running the energy. So it's bottom here, the bottom left. So we need to turn the tracks to the right. So just know which way in direction that the card goes is signified by the light at the front.
Okay.
That is the best.
Considering this planet theirs, I have my doubts.
Oh, cool. I did this one the other day, but we went like the long way around. Oh. Nah, I didn't know what to do.
That's okay. It's all about learning. When this mission first came out, all people were just learning as one of the original missions. Yes, a lot of people went around in circles.
How are you going, habanero? You've had a good day? Everything's good here. I'm pretty tired though. It's been a long day.
This game looks amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading your chat.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I got
Habaneros.
you up on the other. I'm looking at your other screen. Got you on the other monitor.
Oh,
You want to change over to this one?
yeah. What are you up to, habanero? You playing Eve?
Yeah, this mission can be quite difficult at times, especially on the absolute difficulty. I've had multiple times where we've had like 3 Terminators and stuff assault us. So we're just trying to get to the bloody console and won't let us.
Yes. Okay. Oh, oh. What the hell was that? Yeah, I'm
Guys,
good.
just slam me as well. Don't be afraid.
Hey, happy
actually
birthday, habanero. 30.
just
Nice,
and
man.
feel free to just literally run over them. Because you're a spaceman.
30's a good age, man. Happy birthday. What did you do for your birthday?
God's infinite wisdom, they permit the transgression you're about to commit.
Do not speak beyond your ken, engine seer. It does not take a Lucas to see this act of
Oh
desperation.
shit, happy birthday, King. Look at the 30s club. Not gonna lie, man, I feel a lot better in my 30s than I did in my 20s until that.
Yeah, absolutely. 30's a good, man.
I feel like it's just like having a mature perspective on things and still having fun. It's just, I don't know.
Yep.
Whereas being young, as what's the saying the days, like, you're just young, dumb, full of cum. That sound at the end of the wave. That's so good.
So I took it easy, just celebrated with the closest friend. Ate good food and had a couple of drinks. Nice. That sounds perfect. Look at that. So cool. Oh. I've got no ammunition.
I am airborne ready.
30's a good age, man. You're a bit more emotionally intelligent, not doing as much dumb stuff, you appreciate things more. I'm reading some papers.
Out of munitions.
come over to this console here and you look directly up.
Colossus, we are almost there. What is your
We
status?
did. Look towards the distance here on that thing.
Minutes away from ignition.
That's the fall of Atreus.
Hold for
One
our
of the
signal.
ships that were destroyed in combat many years
Oh
ago.
yeah, that's sick.
One of the battle barges. This whole mission objective was to fire this bad girl up, get it going. She's being used as a battering ram. One of the main stories.
Colossus, transmitting targeting signal now.
Your signal barely registered, but I
Yes.
Your data is
I feel that much more appreciative of the small stuff in life. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, you just treat people a little bit better. You're maybe a little bit more aware of your words and how they can impact other people, those sorts of things. I think back to some of the things that I said and did when I was in my 20s, early 20s and stuff, and I just feel like a moron.
Nice. Went to go for a big swing, but you cut it off for an execute. Very nice.
Yes. I was never good with Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Did you ever play them?
Yeah, it's fair enough. This game is very good to actually hone in on those skills.
Yes.
Because it actually has sound cues as well as animation. So you have like the blue circles and whatnot, and you know you think that may be easy because I know that actually gets harder. Really gets harder because
Does it?
those
Yeah.
certain enemies, yeah, because they don't give you those harder enemies and harder difficulty. Do not give you those indicators. So you only get better on those skills. So it's definitely a game to, you know, hopefully hone in those skills and maybe take a trip back to those games.
I like all the references to the machine gods and all of those things as well.
sacrifice of such a
Yeah, mate. It's funny because when any of the boys tell me what's happening with like CPUs and shit that they're running, like there's a guy I played with, his GPUs are fucking 1080. I go, how the Omnisire and the machine spirit.
Oh wow.
Bless this old vessel and machine. Place Space Marine, you know, all those references. But yeah, the reference is fantastic, and it's just a world of it's simplicity. It's a simple world. It really is a simple world, you know, that doesn't even overcomplicate it. It's a grim dark future of just fucking. What's it?
Yeah.
Man, machine.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. It's like whatever. None of this DEI shit.
That's exactly it. Yeah. I'm sick of that garbage, man. Any game that has any woke DI crap, forget about it. I'm not playing it.
There's no need for it. I mean, they did have an attempt at this within the law to tap into that conversations. But it's
That was
like,
to do with they wanted to bring the females in, right? But they've already got the
Let's
battle
bring the
sisters and stuff.
yeah. So it was a female custodian, and it was like, whatever. Like I just was like, I didn't even have the energy to even fucking want to even be a part
Man,
of it.
they copped a lot of backlash for that,
Yeah.
and rightfully so. There's no need to like rewrite the entire history.
This world was designed. Its creations was by an emperor. Who created sons. His sons and his grandchildren are all male.
Yeah.
Let's give you another introduction to a different class. I'm going to play the Vanguard class, which is the grapple class. This also is another class that's fantastic in the higher levels. It provides a healing.
Okay.
Its main viable perk, which makes it very viable and imperative almost in some cases to some groups, is called the team perk Zeal, Unmatched Zeal. And so
Yeah.
all those hard extremist mobs that you take and that attack you, the Lictor, the Ravener, those individuals, every time you execute one of those, you actually get 30% heals back. And that's simply because of me. I don't need to do anything, I don't need to heal you, I don't need to do anything. That is simply a class perk I provide you. That's why this
Gotcha.
class is so fantastic. So
Should I get this? Okay, I've got heaps of points here I can spend.
yep, so if you got the first line unlocked, generally get your first line from left to right and then work your way down there. So that way
Okay.
you see a line of everything and then you make your choices.
Gotcha.
Nice. Got a green hammer now. I love it. Get yourself a mastercrafted. So if you want to unlock that there, that green one. So what happens is, see if you notice that if you go back to your weapon.
Yep, I'm on there. Yep, sorry.
Yep.
Probably a
So
bit
you
delayed.
go back to your weapon. No, it's okay. So you're going back to your weapon and you notice that you go to mastercraft. There's a star at the bottom right. That star is actually a perk point. So what you want to do is you want to unlock all of it. So you want to unlock. So you want to click the next one across to the right. Unlock that.
So get all 3. Okay.
Yeah, get all 3, and then click the individual one that you want. So click it again.
Oh, I want this one here. This Mastercrafted
Yeah,
Alpha.
Yep, that's okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to unlock them all. Because that allows you to get a perk. And that perk you then spend in the perk tree. You can pick the hammer you want, but you want to unlock all the hammers.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and see how the coins, so you got the green, the purple, and the gold coins, which are generally received in the certain difficulties.
Oh.
Use that. Then you go to the perk tree. Then you spend your perks.
Ah, I see. Okay, all right.
That's how you level up your system. So you're going to be unlocking everything. Yes, you obviously you have a preference to what one you want, but to unlock everything allows you to get the mastery points. Sorry, is what I was trying to get at. So unlocking everything allows you to get all mastery points to then using your perks.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So that's what you want to do. So go again. So you want to unlock it and then spend your token. Go to the one that you want. So as you can see, you can go to the next level of pistol, which you can go to purple and higher.
Oh, okay. Let's do that
Yeah,
one
because you've
then.
unlocked. But you have only 2. You've only got 2 purples, so that would require you to obviously play in the next bracket of difficulty. So
Aha.
that's where your grind begins. So if you click the
Gotcha.
top there, you click the top of it. It says unlock for 1 high, which you can do. You click that.
Okay, maybe I should do that. Do you think I should do that?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got tokens. So if you look at the top right, you've got your tokens that are signified there. You've got 0 greens because you've just spent them. You've got now 0 purples. And then you got 50 points. So the reason why you can't spend that next point at the moment is because you don't have a mastery token. So if you go back to the versions, of weapons.
Ah, gotta get one of these weapons.
Yeah. To the next one, which you can do because you.
Gotcha. Ah, okay. That's making sense now. Yes.
Yeah. Once you wrap your head around the system works, it's kind of like a. What would I say it is?
It's just very
Practically a
linear.
It's very linear and double handling almost.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
sense. You're just double handling. So you unlock this point and then move on to the next one down the line to unlock the next one. Similar cascade double effect.
And then, so Bulwark also got some points or something.
So generally, because most weapon systems are shared across certain classes, you'll generally find that you'll have certain things leveled up in various classes because they have a universal weapon pool. So your Bulwark actually just upgraded his chainsword, so that's what you had changed.
Ah, gotcha. And you've unlocked
Drippers
these
in-
ones.
I've unlocked everything. So the armor is very like in your own time. Even if you want to do it now, it doesn't matter. You can, the heraldry that you can spend all the different chapters and the successor chapter, which give you individual heraldry markings to your armors. Back in the day, obviously these were a limited pool. Now that you come right into the siege mode, there's obviously a lot more than this. But I would save your points for generally things like your weapon systems and whatnot. They're definitely going to be effective. Yeah, definitely take a look at the individual armor systems, mate. So you can make a preset of an armor set that you like. So you can set a look at basic. So you got a mastercrafted armor set there, which you got a bit of drip. Then you got a little bit of heraldry, accolades.
Okay, so yeah, so did I unlock this heraldry one?
Yeah. So you just unlocked the mastercraft of that class. If you go to the individual armor, then you can go to the individual set pieces and make your.
Oh, wow.
Don't get wrapped up in the fact that people go, oh, your Space Marine doesn't look at this, mate. The Space Marine's getting around there looking like a Crayola. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen them, yeah.
People are like, you know, the other day I was fighting with Buzz Lightyear. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Make whatever you want. Make whatever you
Oh,
want. People
that's
even
cool.
make Heretic. So, you know, some people, one of my mates, he's a Chaos player. But he's got the Alpha Legion colors on.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. Do whatever you wish.
Yeah, I'll mess with that tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
it gives you a
cool.
little bit of time to tinker around and have a look at the yeah, look at yourself a little bit of drip. So what you can do is instead of like going through individual pieces, that Mastercraft set that you just unlocked, you can just use the presets, right?
Yeah,
So
yep.
practically
That's alright. Oh man, alright, I gotta head off. I told the missus that I'd
that's
spend some
absolutely
time with
fine.
her, so.
That's
Thank
fine.
you so much, man. That was awesome.
Happy to be a help. I'm looking forward to the next one. Move up with that difficulty. But I've got to bounce out. I might have a nap. But thank you very much. I'll catch you later. You and your chat.
Alright, man. I might see you tomorrow if you're on.
Yes, more than likely. More likely.
I'll jump on. Do I have you? I must have you on Steam, right?
No. What I might do is we might pog out the Steam right now.
Yeah. How do I add? Oh, you add me or something like that. I forgot how to do it. Okay, I think I found you.
You just push nah. That's me. That's simply me with all the
Add
fantastic
friend.
comments on there.
I saw them. I forgot you can see them on the street. Look, it's the fucking Among Us dude.
That's not your fault at all. You're not intentionally streaming that. Just the thing. My mate's just humbling me as comments. Alright, I have you as a mate, so easily I can just drop on it. We don't even have to do the whole code thing anymore. We can simply I can just drop in at any time. So if I see that you're playing, I can come in and just essentially drop on and assist you. But outside of that, man, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, mate. Thank you. See ya.
No worries.
Habanero. Hey, mate. That was so much fun. Oh, why? I hope you. Why did it block that one? Stop spamming emote. Oh, man. I'm going to turn this Nightbot off. Turn Nightbot off. I really got to turn this Nightbot off. Maybe if I ban Nightbot, do you think it'll disappear? Turn Nightbot off. Turn Nightbot off. Twitch. Son of a bitch. To disable Nightbot, you can set the Nightbot dash. It's gonna be on here somewhere. Twitch. Authorizing Nightbot. I gotta turn this thing off. Good evening, Great Saiyan Man. Timers. Integrations. Chat moderation. I'm just going to turn it all off. There we go. There we go. Should all be good now. Links. I don't want people to be able to put links in there though. There. That was so much fun. Whoa. Yeah. Game session has been terminated. All right. Sorry, Habanero. I gotta head off, my man. I'm getting tired, and I told the girlfriend that I'll spend some time with her because she's off work at the moment now, maternity leave. But don't work too hard, and happy 30th birthday, man. Wait. That. Why didn't I do the text to speech? Go. It's not doing text to speech. Oh no.
Great Saiyanman86 says happy 30th birthday to Habanero. Absolute legend.
It's probably going to do it again.
Great
There we
Saiyanman86
go.
says happy 30th birthday to Habanero. Absolute legend.
He is. Thanks, mate. No, you're awesome, bro. I will be on tomorrow, so I might talk to you then.